Hey everyone, it's WHM Bricks back with another video, and today we have week 4 of building Endor in Lego. And this is a really good week. We got some big hauls in. Sorry for missing last week. I was just waiting for parts to come in, so that's really my reason. I probably should have posted, but I really just didn't have anything to update you guys on, so there's no really point in making a video. So, but without further ado, let's just jump on right into it. We have a bunch of progress with the base bunker, including covering it up and making it look more like there's a hill over it, plating off the top of it, finishing off some of the boxes, and overall, just making the second base plate feel way more complete, as well as adding some more hills in there. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss any of future updates, as well as turn on notifications, and also hit the like button if you like the video. But without further ado, let's jump right on into it. Okay, so here we are back, and we have a haul. Just to start this week off, like most weeks start for me. Paper on top. There should be another haul coming in the next couple of days, but this is the bigger one of the two. So I'm just going to pull out all these parts, and then we can talk about what we've got in here. Okay, so, dang, they didn't sort it. So whoever did this did not sort the parts out, which is actually kind of disappointing. We got it from Jumpin' Monkey Bricks here, and it's just like, it just is not a big deal if they don't sort it. I don't hold it against anyone, but it's just kind of annoying, because it's just not great. So here in this bag, looks like we got a bunch of filler brick in these two bags, and then some more like actual plate in those two bags. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into a time lapse of me sorting all this, and then I'll talk about all the pieces I got in more depth. Okay, so I've got all the parts sorted. If you do want to check out this guy's store, it is Jumpin' Monkey Bricks. I might have mentioned it earlier. Overall, I think it's a good store. They had a lot of good parts, and they were super useful to me. I definitely really enjoy getting Bricklink orders and sorting them, because it's just so much fun to sort them. I don't know why. So I honestly don't mind it when they don't come sorted, because it just gives me a little bit of it allows me to have a little bit more fun sorting. But what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna walk you through all the parts, and let's do it quick so we can jump on to the next building section of this video. We got filler brick, a bunch of different colors. Doesn't really matter the color. We got 2x2s and 2x4s in random colors. Over here we have some pieces to do the prototypes of these boxes on top, looking super good. These are just 1x4s and 1x2s. Some of these, which I have no clue why I ordered them again. I will have to figure that out. But those are also always useful, so that's super good to order, to always get. And then these are just a bunch of assorted 1x pieces. They're just 1x4s and 1x6s of green. And those are going to be so helpful for just doing terrain work generally. And then here you have some more foliage, because these are super cheap, and so I just had to pick some up. Some of these 1x2 tiles. We're going to be getting some 1x1s and some 1x3s in the other haul. 1x1 plates of both green and brown, both super useful, and then just tons of these 1xs. in brown. These are so helpful. 1x2s, 1x3s, 1x4s. Actually, we may not have 1x3s, but we do have a bunch of these turny pieces, corner pieces. I don't know what you call them. And then here you have a bunch of different slopes, which I actually don't think I'm going to need anymore. I'll show you that in a minute. And then I have these 2x6s or plates, and then also on the bottom I've got some 2x4s and some 2x2s and maybe some 2x3s. The last thing I picked up was all of these big plates. These are obviously for the green terrain, and then these are just to finish off that brown patch in the middle. We're actually going to lengthen it just out to here, and then that'll be the cutoff. So it seems like a good size, and this will allow me to finish most things off. I'm super happy. We will be getting another haul later in this week, so I'll update you when I get that. That'll include more 4x6s because those are so useful, and even more parts on top of that. So let's jump in to some building. Okay, we have haul number 2, so this just came in the mail. We're going to open it up here. Want to make sure I'm not cutting anything I'm not supposed to. This is basically going to be a bunch of parts, the rest of the parts I ordered, that a lot of it are actually going to be replacements because I did end up stealing or using a ton of parts from different sets for Endor. So I'm now going through and replacing all those. But let's see what we've got in here. So first of all, okay, it is pretty basic. Looks like it comes in like a Lego bag, which is interesting. Never really seen this. But we have some gray plates, which are just for some more plating for the roof. We have a bunch of smaller angled pieces, which are going to be super useful. Some green plates, some brown tile, and then most of these gray plates are for replacements. And then some 1x6 or 2 4x6s. We've got a bunch of those. And then this is kind of strange, but separate bubble wrap for something else. I'm trying to think what I ordered. Oh, it's the minifigs that I ordered with this. So I actually was able to pick up some minifigs. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this open here. Let's just do some cutting. So I think I ordered 2 minifigs, both of which I've been wanting. And they're both super cheap, so that's really cool. Oh yeah, so alright, now I remember. Okay, so the first one is a Tusken Raider figure. I love this head mold. I love it so much, so I had to pick him up when I saw him. He was super cheap. And then I got Newt Gunray, which I've been wanting, so that's super cool to finally pick up, as I did just get a big haul, a big haul with a bunch of older minifigures, and this guy's not super old, but he's a little bit older, so it's super cool to actually add him to that. So that's basically the haul. Now let's get into some more building now that we have some more of these plates, and maybe even start working on the roof of the bunker. Okay, so now that we've got that second haul out of the way, we have some actual building progress. I know it took a little while in this video, but I'm finally have gotten there where I'm actually kind of gotten on top of that. So I have built quite a bit. since you saw it last. So all of this kind of got worked up, and I was able to build up this side with the few extra parts that I had. I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with that. I do love the brown patches here, and then we were able to finish off this whole base plate when it comes to covering up the filler brick, so that's actually super nice. Uh, so right here is just, there's like a transition. If these are together, you can see that it's actually pretty smooth. It's a nice transition here from the browns. We do have like two brown patches here, which I actually think look really nice. So I'm super happy with that. And then, as you can see up here, we did add the gray to the edges of these boxes, but I don't have, we never, I guess, got or ordered the 6x6s for the top, which is actually really disappointing. I was hoping I'd be getting those this week, but I guess I'm not, so I'll have to do some digging. See if I have anything I can use, and if not, I'll just have to order from another Bricklink order, which kind of sucks, but I will be needing more pieces anyways. So that's going to kind of wrap up this update for today. Then we'll probably jump into some more up top here. But just before we go, this is just kind of my second section. Like over here, you can see this is my one way of covering this up. I honestly kind of like my side on this side a little bit better. The pieces are just kind of all over the place, and some of them aren't really hooked in. So I think it just looks a little bit better, a little bit more complete. Whereas that side just kind of feels a little bit off. So I may be adding more plates that side or something, just changing it up a little bit, just because I really like the look of this side. Alright, so now let's get into some more building, and I'll update you when I have some more progress. Okay, so wow. We just did a lot here. As you probably can tell, I guess I'll basically just walk you through everything that we did. But if you come around here, you do have the basically the hill finished almost completely. There are still a few more things we need to add, like over here, we're gonna be working on something to get the roof off. But that'll be something that comes later. And then also just getting it sloped down a little bit more. You do still see some filler plate, and you'll be able to see like the motor in there if you turn it around. But overall, it's looking really, really good. So basically, in here, there is a little slot that I can get my finger in, and I'm able to lift this up. And I actually think that works really well. So I may be leaving that there, and that may be the way we get this off. But take a look in here, and you can see that we have the whole interior basically fully accessible. Super, super nice. I'm debating about what needs to happen here. There's really nothing I can do. It's just gonna have to be left open around the sides, and it'll be kind of ugly just because for that reason. Especially here, there is no gearbox to. There's a gearbox, so I can't just like put bricks behind it. But then, if you lift off this thing, this whole section comes up, and there is the hallway. So now you can see the whole thing with it all opened up, and it really is just kind of crazy how cool it really looks with all of it opened up. And then you can just kind of see, like, if you just want the roof on, this roof on, you can just have that on, and then you can kind of just see, like, oh, this is the hallway, and then that's a whole nother section that can just be placed right back on like that. And overall, this looks super, super good. Second of all, I really almost finished off this roof. We do still have to do some side here. Those are like 8ers, and I think I have some 2x8ers, but that's just something I need to do later, especially on this side, because I got to work in a mechanism so that we can get our fingers down in here to press one of the buttons. But other than that, we're getting really close to finishing this like roof section, which means we're getting close to finishing basically this whole area. What we really have to do next is like get all the foliage on here, but that's not gonna happen to the end and the trees. But one thing I want to do, maybe it'll probably be in the next update, is do a bunch of greebling on top of this. I've got tons of pieces to do that. So once I get this covered up, we can do some greebling on that and kind of just finish off this too, as much as I am wanting to get it done for now. Um, there may be a part where I just get everything done and then I have to do all the foliage, which may not be the most fun, but I think it's something where I can really get the hang of it and practice as I go. Maybe just laying it out like this, then I'm ripping it up and then trying it again. Just because it's not ideal what's over here, and it's already started to get ripped up just so we can connect the sides. So we'll be figuring that out as well as we finish this. But overall, it looks really, really good. I'm really happy with it. It's definitely feeling way more complete with the hill and the roof on it. But I think that's going to wrap up this week. Now let us hit the outro. Alright, so that just wraps up week 4 of building Endor. Overall, I think this week was very productive, and I'm really happy with the progress we were able to get done. Looking forward to future weeks. I will be posting this next week. I have a bunch of work to do on the roof and still some pieces to do stuff with. So we'll be doing a lot of greebling for the top of the base roof, and also just maybe doing some more foliage or moving foliage around, just seeing how stuff looks. So look forward to all of that. But other than that, that's basically just going to wrap up this week's video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing below. It means a lot. Hit notifications so you don't miss any updates. They come out every Sunday, as well as possibly another video on Wednesdays. And then, if you like the video, hit the like button below. But that's going to wrap this video up. This is WHM Bricks signing off. See y'all guys next time. Goodbye.